whether it's for better or for worse.
I definitely didn't imagine getting married in prison. I wanted a beautiful church, nice dress, but this way, it's kind of more intimate.
For richer or poorer.
What is happening to me? I am not falling in love with this man.
To love and to cherish.
I think that I found my soulmate.
Blossom was conceived on one of the family visits when we were allowed some privacy.
Every year, thousands of women around the world choose to become a bride to a prisoner.
We've butted heads so much when it comes to Brandon because she thinks that I deserve better.
Nothing about us is ever gonna be
normal or ordinary.
This is a story of 4 prison brides determined to marry men doing hard time. Is it perfect love or perfect madness? "30-year-old Zabrina from Florida is a devout Christian. What better match for a good church-going girl than former big-time cocaine dealer Damon Thrash?
Damon is at the Bay Correctional Facility in Panama City, Florida. And we are going to get married in about 3 days-ish. Looking for my beautiful dress for my king. I want to be beautiful for him.
Yeah, it was cocaine and weed. Around that time, crack cocaine had started to really take shape and really become the predominant product. And it was the biggest money maker, so a lot of me and my partners, we got involved with selling crack cocaine.
I like this.
I was arrested for conspiracy to traffic over 150 kilos of cocaine.
Nothing about us would ever be normal. He says that all the time.
My sentence was 240 months, 20 years. 20 years state prison.
Zabrina was introduced to Damon through her brother, who was sharing a cell with the drug dealer. They began to write letters to one another, then phone each other, and finally met in a prison visitation suite. They may have stayed pen pals for the remainder of Damon's 20-year sentence had it not been for divine intervention.
God told me not to wait, and I know that it's a reason why he wanted me to marry him while he's in there. I know that it's a reason because he revealed to me not to wait.
Over in New Hampshire, there's another bride not wanting to wait. Single mom, Jen.
I wouldn't trade what we have for anything. You are always the calm one when it feels like my world is crashing down around us.
She's writing her vows in readiness for their wedding.
That much better. Thank you for always being my rock. I promise to always stand by your side.
Jen met repeat offender Brandon through a friend who was in prison 2 years ago.
He's cute. He's big. He definitely can make me feel like I'm the only one, like, in the whole world.
Brandon is serving 9 years for robbing a bank. This is his second time in jail. Jen's 2 daughters, Mackenzie and Reagan, will also be guests at the wedding in a few days' time.
I definitely didn't imagine getting married in prison, but it was definitely, I wanted a beautiful church, nice dress, all my friends and family around. But this way, it's kind of more intimate, so it's just gonna be me, him, and the girls. Not such a pretty dress, definitely not a big, pretty church.
It's an 80-mile trip from Jen's native North Conway to Concord, where Brandon is in prison.
Tell me about the Hulk.
I don't know, he kind of reminds me of Brandon. Just the way, how big he is, and he's always in green, and I don't know, just kind of fits, I guess. Got him there, and I've got him on my keys. He's pretty strong, and Brandon a couple weeks ago has asked her, oh, you know, Mommy and I are gonna get married soon. She goes, you know what that means? She's like, yeah, with her little 4-year-old attitude, you're gonna be my dad, I know. And then later that night driving home, she's like, Mom, how do you spell dad? So I told her D-A-D. She's like, I'm gonna call Brandon Dad. I think I'm gonna do that. No, I wouldn't be scared. He's a bigger guy. He's like 6'2", 230 pounds. Maybe not so mean, but intimidating type person. Like someone you know you're not gonna wanna start a fight with or anything like that.
If he's good, Brandon will be back home consummating nuptials in 2 years' time. The problem is, he's got into trouble on the inside before.
Well, he got in trouble once since we've been together, which would have been, I'm gonna go with him and say it was definitely an accident. Some guy got his arm broken, pushing his arm down but pulling his elbow up, and I guess the top part of his arm broke. So he didn't mean to like break the arm, but he said it just broke.
Another convict about to tie the knot is Emilio Flores, who moved to the USA from Puerto Rico with Marinez and her family in search of a better life. 2 years later, the family were torn apart. Emilio couldn't find work and turned to crime to make ends meet.
When I get home, my home was destroyed. They destroyed my house. Everything was on the floor. Everything was in, like they destroyed everything. Like my toilet was in my shower. They have to see that. Also, my kids went with me to my house, and I don't have it. My front door was broke.
Emilio was sent to prison for 6 years for manufacturing drugs. Now, if all goes to plan, he'll be getting married to Marinez in 2 days' time.
I always tell my kids that if a simple mistake, you can lose everything. He got 6 years. 6 years of his life.
With no opportunity for whining or dining, romances over prison walls take place on the telephone or by letter. Cocaine dealer Damon wooed Zabrina with his words, writing of his conversion to Christianity. His approach was unconventional, composing a lengthy questionnaire asking Zabrina a series of searching questions.
Do you believe in marriage? Do you believe God brings people into your life for a reason, even if for a season? Do you believe in soulmates or kindred spirits? Do you believe that God is the head of man and man is the head of the woman? What's your favorite Bible scripture and why? And it says, what are your measurements? I became very interested. I really wanted to know who this man was. I didn't think that he was gonna be my husband or anything. I got a letter in the mail and he explained to me everything that God has called him to do. I mean, like, I was shaken because it was verbatim of everything God has called me to do.
As the couple exchanged letters, the relationship blossomed and Zabrina decided to visit Damon.
The first time I went to go see him, like, I kept looking into his eyes. I'm like, your eyes, it looks similar to my eyes. And I was like, what is happening to me? I am not falling in love with this man. At that point, now I knew that I had fallen in love with him. You know, I've been hurt so many times in the past, and this wasn't looking good, you know, because I knew that if I was to fall in love with him, you know, I would be committed to him. And I didn't want to, you know, especially for my daughter, like, I want the best for her.
Jen doesn't share Zabrina's worries about having a convict in the family. She is packing to spend the night before her wedding closer to Brandon's prison.
Packing my bags so we can head to Concord and hopefully find a wedding dress and get married on Thursday. Charger all set. Get everything zipped in.
There's one final call from the groom in jail.
Subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hi.
How'd the morning go?
Not bad. Brought the girls to camp and to daycare and came here and got stuff packed up. And have you gotten your vows all rewritten and stuff?
Yeah.
So are you getting nervous yet?
I don't get nervous.
Oh, yeah? Right. Well, you better be ready because I'm not showing up there for nothing.
Yeah, they decided to let us have a conjugal at the last minute, so.
Oh, yeah? You have a busy schedule today? What do you have planned?
You gotta eat, and, somewhere in there I gotta work out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gotta call you.
Oh, it's so busy.
Yeah, it's very time consuming. I don't know how I fit it all into one day, but.
Seriously, I don't know how you do it. Try being me for a day.
I love you, dude.
All right, I love you too. Bye. It's just different with him. It's not like the same, I don't know. There's definitely something way more different than he's brought to the table than anyone else has.
While Jen believes Mackenzie and Reagan are delighted at the prospect of Brandon becoming their stepdad, others are less happy about a convict joining the family.
My mom wants me to open it with Brandon, but since prison's not allowing that, I'll open it now and tell him about it or send him a picture. All right, it says, "A wedding is vows from the heart, sweetly spoken, and a pledge of true love that is forever unbroken." Wrote a letter. It says, "Dear Jen and Brandon, I hope your day went well. I've always pictured this day with Matthew. Pictured this day with Matthew not giving you away. But if you guys are happy, then I am too. May your life together be blessed with lots of good times and lots of love. Brandon, we don't know you, so I hope that you can take care of her like she deserves. I am not judging you, and here to meet you soon. Hope to meet you soon and get to know you. Jen, I wish you the very best in life, and you know that. And this is it. Then I am happy for you. You will always be my little girl, and I'll always look out for you. Love always and good luck with your future husband. Congratulations, love, Mom."
You okay?
Yeah. We've butted heads so much when it comes to Brandon because she thinks, like a lot of other people that I've spoke to, that I deserve better, that someone in prison's not the way to go and everything else. But then again, they don't know him like I do.
Someone who does know her groom very well is Marinez from New Hampshire. She was engaged to Emilio years before he went to prison.
This one was like a really long time ago. I was skinny, he was skinny.
When you first met?
No, we have been together for like maybe 2 or 3 years, yes.
Marinez moved from Puerto Rico to the USA with Emilio in search of work and a better life.
So that's the first time that we went to New York City. It was exciting. I never been there before, and it was like other world for us. We have a lot of fun that day. I was scared. I don't know if my kids will like it. I don't know if they're gonna be okay in the schools, because they didn't know any English when I came.
Back then, when he was out, we used to go riding four-wheelers all the time with our family when they came up. It was a lot of fun.
Emilio was a perfect stepfather until he got himself locked up for 6 years for making drugs.
What do you miss most about him?
His jokes and the way he treated us and, like, you know, how he took care of us and stuff like that. Almost every day we used to go out and do stuff, like fun stuff. I can go out and do stuff, but it's not the same because, you know, he's not here. And
we're really a close family.
Yeah.
Like, we always been together for everywhere.
Marinez never considered doing anything but standing by her man, and she will finally marry Emilio in 2 days' time.
Did you know that angels are real even though you don't see them? God creates the angels to watch over you and protect you.
Zabrina is also getting married in a matter of days. Her daughter, Tanaya, shares her religious views.
Remember to thank God every day for the angels that He sends to protect you from harm.
Wow, so you believe in angels?
Of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Why you believe in angels?
Because when you read about the Bible and stuff, when you read it to me sometimes, it says something about like angels, and it said that they're God's helpers.
Okay. Did God helpers ever help you in any situation?
When I'm scared of something, they want you to trust God.
Uh-huh. Do you trust God? Yeah, I like this book.
I like this one the best.
Which one?
I know that you love me and you want to always take care of me. I believe that you died and rose again for me, and I want to live for you. Forgive me for all the bad things I have done.
Jen is having difficulty finding the perfect dress for the big day. While flashing the flesh in a skimpy dress is the norm for the modern young bride, it's really not appropriate in prison.
No one wants to cover anything nowadays, so everything's short and strapless, and I'm being told I can't wear certain things or wear what I want to wear, so it's even harder. I'm gonna say this is a no. Nothing with sleeves that's not black or dark blue or what they need. They have to make so many stupid rules that you need to follow, or they're not gonna let you do anything. You don't need it.
How many shops have you been in now then?
Just dress shops, my 4th or 5th. Still all the same, it's all strapless. Not sure about because it's so see-through. Too dark, yeah. Nothing with sleeves, nothing.
Is this pretty one?
I just don't want to get there and then be like, oh, sorry, you can't wear this, because I probably just tell them right where to go.
What's the problem?
Finding something that keeps you covered. Yeah, if I were to bend down, there might be a little too much, which you wouldn't think there is, but the way they are, they nitpick everything. This should be the one.
Yeah, you should go with this one.
Think Brandon will like it?
Yeah.
Never met outside of the prison walls. Yep, and I'm marrying him in less than 24 hours.
While Jen plows headlong towards the wedding, there is a potential pitfall for Zabrina.
Baby, I miss you. Yeah, what you mean?
A phone call from the groom in prison gives her a chance to share the last-minute hitch.
I don't think, baby, I haven't been nervous.
Her father has asked her to call the ceremony off.
You know my dad, oh my God, he almost made me cry. You know why?
Your dad is basically doing the same thing my mom was doing.
No, listen. I've never seen him this passionate in my life. He told me yesterday, he was like, he said, I want to see you before. I was like, well, I'm going to a restaurant. You know, we're going to celebrate. You want to come? No, I do not want to come. I want to meet you before. I was like, why? And he said, I just want to talk to you. He just wanted to talk me out of it.
Right.
Like, I know my dad loved me, but he just, you know, before it's like he can care less what I do. You know, he never really paid attention, but I've never seen him like this before. Last night, he just really got to me.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to get me in a spot to where he can make me change my mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Can't change your heart, you know?
Right.
Well, your daddy loves you, baby.
Zabrina is about to start the 5-hour drive to the Bay Correctional Facility in Panama City, Florida. If all goes to plan, she will marry cocaine dealer Damon Thrash in the morning. Her sister has volunteered to act as chauffeur for the big day.
This time she was like, oh, I'm certain. I'm certain, there's no doubts. God sent me so many confirmation. And because of that, it's like, okay, I agree. Everything that we worked up for is finally here. And it's like, and to see my sister get married.
Yeah, it's a big event in anybody's family.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and especially because of the occasion and the situation. And I never really met him before, so this is the first time. So now it's like everything all in one. It's like I had a kid, you know? So it's like I want to see who's taking my sister away from me. I probably feel like I should be saying something different, but it's just like, I don't know. I guess I feel good about it, so that's always a good thing. You know, even if it doesn't work, I mean, she's happy now. That's all that matters. I mean, this is her life, and I think that's what everybody's forgetting about. This is her life. You can't fight love. You can't get mad at that. The fact that she's happy, that's the only thing I care about.
I think it feels good. I think afterwards it'll be like, oh, it's all over. It's already done. Nobody can try to stop me. No one can say you shouldn't do this. I think it's gonna be a breath of fresh air. I can't wait to become one with him. I can't wait. So I'm definitely excited and a little bit of anxiousness too. So I'm kind of anxious, and I thought I would get really nervous when it got closer, and that's why I said I don't think it really hit me yet. Even though it's just like we have such a beautiful connection, just that part, you know, I'm just haven't really given it my all. I think tomorrow, being that he's gonna become my husband, I feel more comfortable, so.
So it will be your first kiss?
It'll be our first, like, real intimate kiss, yeah.
But it will only be their first kiss if Zabrina's father doesn't get in the way. Marzena met Daniel in sunny Malta 5 years ago.
Fell in love straight away. It was a love from the first sight. I never believed it. We were meant to be together from the beginning.
Hi, Marzena. Hi, Marzena. Take you, Daniel. To be my husband. To be my husband. 1975.
And 2 years later, they were married.
In accordance with the provisions of the law. And you may now kiss the bride.
While Malta might sound like the perfect place for a wedding, Marzena's big day was spent behind bars. Corradino Prison, 600 inmates under basic conditions, actually allows conjugal visits, which might explain the arrival of this. Blossom is Daniel and Marzena's second daughter and was born when Daniel was 3 years into his 10.5-year sentence for growing marijuana. While Marzena looks after the kids in Cardiff, Daniel is stuck in a prison overseas and still hasn't even met the new baby.
That was the worst day of my life. The emptiness you feel, you know, just like, it was devastating. I was, I think, too shocked to think of anything. The only thing I was repeating to myself was, at least he's not dead, so it's okay. You know, so it's not all over yet. Okay. Okay. I grew up without a father, and it's not the easiest to grow up like in a half of family, basically. And now seeing Rainbow in a similar... You've done it.
It's the small things, isn't there, not being there for the first step. It's a very heartbreaking thing to have to live through.
Baby cat. It is the hardest when it comes to children, obviously, because she's done nothing wrong and she has to.
I know.
But things are looking up, as Marzena is getting on a plane so that Blossom can meet her father for the first time.
We're going to travel to Malta to visit Daniel again and introduce Blossom to him. It's going to be lovely.
It's the day before single mom Jen marries armed robber Brandon.
I'm happy, excited. It's kind of nice having the girls here. It kind of keeps me a little distracted. I'm not kind of sitting here by myself or at home going.
He looks nervous.
Who are you guys making?
We're making Brandon. Can't see Brandon.
Oh, very nice. So is that supposed to be me and him?
Is that what he looks like?
Yep. I'm done. I'm drawing the wedding. So I'm drawing Regan. Oh, I just made something weird. Why do we have our shirts off? We don't. Yes, we do. Our shirts are white.
Most of my friends and a couple of the people I work with, as long as I'm happy, they're happy for me. There's only a few that have the, oh, you deserve better, you don't know how he's gonna be when he gets home, you don't know how he really is, and how can you trust him kind of thing, but everyone else, I trust him. I don't have any reasons not to trust him, what he's saying. I really don't care what anyone else really thinks. As long as we're happy together and most of all my girls are happy with him, nothing else really matters to us, really.
Someone else is about to tie the knot. Marinez is getting married to Emilio, who still has half of his 6-year sentence left to serve. The family are once again hoping for a new beginning.
Every experience you have ever had, everything you have ever done and learned has brought you to this incredible moment. Face each other and join your hands and feel what a gift you are to each other. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love and cherish you through the years and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other.
He raised my kids. He's a good dad with my kids, and because, I don't know, it's like I love him and I like him so much. I think that I found my soulmate.
And forsaking all others, be to her a kind and faithful husband, and love her and honor her, so long as you both shall live.
Yes.
Be to him a kind and faithful wife, and love and honor him, so long as you both shall live.
Yes.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer.
I pronounce that you are husband and wife.
We have many, many years together, and we're pretty good with God, and we have this relationship already like more stronger.
It's been a privilege to be with my family, you know, and people you love.
Emilio brought the family over to the States after meeting Marinez. Her previous husband was murdered outside the family home in Puerto Rico.
They love him like a dad, even though they're not a real dad. He been there for them a lot. I think they miss him a lot.
Far from being a burden, Emilio is a family man who lost his way.
It's finally gonna open.
A wedding present has arrived from behind prison walls. Emilio has made his new wife a little something.
This is my gift for my wedding. Yeah. This is handmade. Some of the other inmates did it for him. He painted and he put this in this frame, so I don't know how, but I think it's amazing. Finally, with our date of our marriage. I'm gonna put it, I don't know where I'm gonna put it right now, maybe over there. I'm gonna find something else. Cement is there, like, perfect. Up, stay there.
There's a family get-together of a different kind, as Marzena has travelled to Malta to introduce her jailed husband to their new baby. As Blossom was conceived in prison, it'll be the first time Daniel has ever met his new daughter.
Zapomniałam gdzieś. Tam jest ciebie auto. Widzisz tam?
Moje? I don't think she understands the whole prison idea yet. She thinks that he just lives there and can't get out because men are holding him.
Well, I can't imagine how they're going to be like or how their reaction's going to be as well. It's a long time not to know someone, especially when you're a child.
Hello, my darlings. Hello, beautiful. Oh, hello. You're very beautiful. You're very beautiful.
It's amazing. Yeah, she's already 90 days old, lover, and no, she's very beautiful. She seemed to recognise me. I mean, I know maybe all children do that, but I definitely saw something in her eyes, bless her. And yeah, let's just hope she won't miss me too much, and I know I'll miss her, but hopefully she'll just get along with trying to walk and talk and getting herself ready for life. Really just dream of that day when I can come back and be a real part of their lives. When I can provide for them and teach them things and show them things. Hopefully the right things. Shortly or sooner rather than later, you know, I'll be back in the cell and then I'll have to come back to a house with 3 women and try and see what I'm allowed to do.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, darling.
After an emotional first meeting between dad and second daughter, it's back to the cell for Daniel.
And these are mine. Same ones.
We excited?
Yeah, I've never worn high heels before.
How you feeling, Mum?
Kind of nervous, I guess more impatient just to go there and get it done. You have your lizard and everything? Jeez.
No going back now?
Oh, definitely no going back now.
Jen is on her way to the wedding venue, the New Hampshire State Prison for Men. The largest prison in New Hampshire, it houses 1,500 inmates. There she will marry armed robber Brandon.
How are we feeling?
Kind of nervous now, I guess. But it's worth it.
You nervous?
No.
Growing up, I've never imagined I'd be getting married to someone in prison. Definitely never crossed my mind at all. I always thought of like a big pretty church and a nice dress and my friends and family all being there, my closest friends standing with me. And now I've grown out of that pretty princess stage, I think. I don't need to be a Disney princess anymore. Even though I'm sure my girls would love to have this big puffy dress and everything, but I think it's nice. It's gonna be more intimate, just the 4 of us, and I kind of like it that way.
Brandon and Jennifer, today you demonstrate your devotion to each other by dedicating yourselves to a life together. You show your respect for each other by setting forth to honor your vows. Every experience you have ever had, everything you have ever done, has brought you to this incredible moment.
Yeah, I could understand me being everything to him. He has said that a few times in some letters. He does have other family, but they don't talk to him. They kind of, I don't know, not really shunned him, but he's in prison, so who cares what he's doing kind of thing, or you're only calling because you want something from us. So I guess, yeah, I'm the only thing that he really has to look forward to.
These are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow, tears of joy. These are the hands that will tenderly hold your children and your grandchildren. These are the hands that will help you hold your family as one, and that will give you strength when you need it.
I think he's helping me by he's being the supportive type person. He's pretty much like the only one that's been there. Like, if I'm having a bad day, I know when he calls, everything else just fades away. There's nothing to worry about.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
As long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
He's got that compassion to him, where he wants to try to fix everyone else's problems before he fixes his. Charming in his own weird, crazy way.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
As long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
By the authority invested in me by the laws of the state of New Hampshire, I pronounce that you are husband and wife. And now you may kiss your bride.
Love you. I don't know why she did it. I feel like if I got her now, then she'll be there for it all. Kind of like a hook and a fish. What do you think? Thumbs up. I like that. What do you think? I'm the best, right? Yeah, I know. Love you.
My hon.
Bye, Munchkins.
And as the inmates head back to the cells, it's a honeymoon for one for Jen. Devout Christian Zabrina is about to marry former cocaine dealer Damon, who still has 7 years left on his sentence. After a whirlwind 5-year courtship carried out almost entirely over the phone, the big day is finally here.
See, like, I'm trying to. I know when I got here, I was crying. I was like, oh my. I think I'm more focused on being cute. I can't wait to see him. Like, oh my goodness, I haven't seen him in so long. This is weird. You better get out and cater to me, I'll tell you. I think when I see that building, I guess I wasn't thinking about that. Sweetie, I'm almost there.
There's just time for a final inspection of the venue.
Oh my God. Look at the bars. Oh my God. This is weird. I feel like I'm not worthy to have a normal wedding.
But nothing will spoil the big day for the blushing bride.
I know that my mind is somewhere else because I'm not cold, because I'm trying to look cute for him. I'm so happy to see you.
God created man in his own image, placed him in the Garden of Eden. Then God in his wisdom saw that it was not good for man to dwell alone, so he created for him a helpmate to share with him the joys and the struggles of life. The original love God gave that husband and wife was that they became one. The home is built upon love and virtue. If you honor Christ in the marriage, if you invite him to the good times, and the marriage is an unbroken institution.
Absolutely.
And
Zabrina, with this ring, I do with.
in the name of the Father,
In the name of the Father,
the Son,
the Son,
and the Holy Ghost.
and the Holy Ghost.
And whom God hath joined together, let no man put asunder. And what you've been waiting for. You can kiss your bride.
Zabrina and Damon's chaplain has some last words of advice for the newlyweds.
I don't tie no slip knots. I tie double, triple granny. You know what that means? You have to cut that now.
All right.
Come on. Congratulations.
All right, thank you. I'm at peace now.
Well, completion. Feel complete, you know what I mean? It's my soulmate. Unpredictability. Never a dull moment.
Nothing about us is ever gonna be
Normal or ordinary, you know?
Marinez has just married Emilio in the New Hampshire State Prison for Men. With good behaviour, he will be eligible for parole in 2.5 years' time. While Emilio slipped into a life of crime to make ends meet, left on her own, Marinez managed to find that better life for her family.
I don't want that to happen to my kids. I know that if I stay there, something can happen, or not, maybe I just may thinking like this can happen, but I prefer have them here, safe.
Marinez hopes that by marrying Emilio, she will help him stay on the right path in the future.
Everybody makes mistake, I think, so everybody deserve a second chance. I think we all make mistakes in one moment of our lives.
Back in New Hampshire, Jen and the kids are celebrating with a honeymoon breakfast down at the diner.
Are you excited because he's gonna be home and he's gonna be daddy? Yeah, so you guys better feel lucky that this is my honeymoon. I'm spending it with you guys instead of off someplace nice and warm, just me and Brandon. He'll be home in about 2 years. Change from engaged to married on Facebook so everyone knows. There it is. Married. The only good thing, I guess, about him being in prison is that I know where he is at all times.